We often lead projects and people just don't obey, right? And this is the problem. They just don't follow us. They don't make the things we want them to do. And we turn to violent methods then, right? And then we understand it doesn't work either. Then we turn to manipulation. They don't understand that we are manipulating them, but they are actually worse off when they are the object of manipulation. So this is not like, the best way. Today I want to talk to you about a better way, about leading without harming the object and getting dramatic results. I actually researched 5 books for this speech to see the most dramatic results people ever got when they led softly, without coercion. So I'm going to show you the 3 results, and let's look at how you can achieve them, actually. Consider, I called it a gem, because it really is. Gem number 1. Consider this example. In some countries, consider organ donation. People are willing to donate really differently. In some countries, and these are all similar countries, look, Austria, Germany, Sweden, Denmark. In some countries, the rate of donation is close to 0. In other countries, it's close to 100%. So what do they do differently? How do they make sure that their citizens are willing to donate far more often? The answer is that most people make their decisions unconsciously, thoughtlessly. So the difference is that in those low donation countries, the governments have an opt-in form. So they think you're a willing donor. If you look at the form, you see a checkbox, I'm willing to donate, and you check this box. You're considered a willing donor. In these high-performance countries, they have a so-called opt-out form, where you are considered a willing donor at all times unless you check the box that says you are not a willing donor. So this is called a default option. And it looks like mastering the art of the default can lead you to success 10 to 20 times more frequently than otherwise. Okay, gem number 2. Gem number 2 is about getting results to the deadline. I know it's a hard problem for everybody in this country. And here is an example. The students there were 2 groups of students. They had to submit a paper by deadline. One group of students performed this well. 33% of people could actually submit a paper by deadline. The other group was greater. So nearly all students submitted a paper by deadline. So what did the teacher do differently? What do you think?
Did they award for the meeting the deadline?
They said that deadline one day before the actual deadline. Or 2
They
days.
curse the students.
They actually asked them to, there is a sophisticated word, they asked them to set an action trigger, that is to write down precisely when I'm going to prepare for this paper, like on Thursday evening and on Friday evening, I'm going to write my Toastmaster speech. If I'm writing it, I'm actually committing myself, and you know what's the magic here? Our hard drive is very scarce, and it has a very scarce capacity in making decisions. So if you actually preload the decision in advance, you write in advance on the dates where you're going to do certain things. Then when the day comes, you actually do these things, you do not decide. You are not opting out, as often as you could. So action triggers looks like they can have a fantastic effect as well. Gem number 3. Gem number 3 is about making people participate in your things, like participate in donation and charities. There was an interesting research. The researchers asked themselves, can we make the jerks, the bad, the uncharitable people donate really better than they normally do? Can we make the unkind people kind? What they did, they went to campus, the student campus. They divided students into 2 groups. The good group and the jerky group, the angels and the jerks. They actually polled students to understand who the jerks were. And then they sent random emails, 2 different emails randomly to these 2 groups. One email was a simple email. It was basically announcing that there will be a charity event. We're having a charity event on this weekend, and you can bring food for the homeless people. It's a good thing to do. And the other letter was just a little bit more detailed, like the emails you get from Toastmaster clubs. Like you get a map, you get a specific time, you ask people to confirm if you're going to come sometimes, and then you ask people to, they ask students to bring specific kind of beans, etc. So it was just more detailed, nothing, no rocket science, just a more detailed email. And guess the results. And in the first basic letter, 80% of angels donated. The jerks lived up to their expectations. 0% actually donated anything. So this is a benchmark. Now guess how many more, what was the effect of this simply more detailed email on the angels? Well, the angels, yeah, they should have, so 42% of the angels donated. And now, how many jerks donated? How many jerks donated?
The same.
0.
10.
Well, 25% of the jerks donated, which is it's 3 times more than the kind people. So if you just clear the path, of all the, of all the trees, so to speak, if you clear the path for the people, the jerks will be actually 3 times kinder than the charitable good girls. So just imagine. Let's look at it again. Imagine if we use defaults, we can increase participations an order of magnitude. If we set action triggers, we can improve our results by deadline 2 or 3 times. And if we can clear the path, just make things simpler. Valeria knows what I'm talking about. She's the leader of the whole thing. We can produce, again, superior, greater results. So it looks like we can do simple things and get away better results than we are used to.